Hey guys, Mitch here with the AudioDabbler YouTube channel, and I'm going to show you how to take this and turn it into a nice little, kind of eerie little bit of a pad, so stick around. Alright, so this is AUM and this is Spacecraft, and this is the straw sample that I did. And let me show you, let me kind of back up and show you the process of getting that to that. And so this is the original sample here, 15 of the straw. I recorded it with a Sennheiser microphone into my iConnect audio interface, straight into the iPad using AudioShare, and then I just normalize it, and so we get a little more volume here, which is good. And so from there, what I did was I exported this over to AudioStretch, because if I want to use this more than just like creating a drone, if I want to make this playable and usable with other instruments, then I need to make sure that it's got the right pitch on things. And so there's a little app, and I use it on my iPhone. It's Ends Tuner right here, and what I do is I'll play the sample in AudioStretch, and I'll just have my phone listening to the speakers, my studio speakers, and I'll just use the pitch here. And so when you first open up Straw, if you don't have Audio Stretch, when you first open it up, it will have the markers A and B all the way to the edges of the file. And what you can do is you can just move the playhead to where you want it and hit A and then hit B, and then what that'll do is that'll loop it, and that makes it really easy to start messing with the pitch. And so if I would just reset this back to 0 here, then I can got it playing, play it at full speed if we want. Get it to an even number. And so that's the original pitch. But you can pitch it way up, you can pitch it way down. I just monitored that and got it to about a C, where the whole thing was generally C. The needle was going back and forth because it's not a consistent sound. But as long as the bulk and the main part of the sound is a C, it being off is just going to add more character to it. Another thing I really like about this app is you don't get a whole lot of artifacts. You have some, but I've got this thing sped down to 0.5 times and pitched, and it sounds, every once in a while, like at this point right here, there's a little bit of artifacts, but it's really, really good. And also, you've got the playheads here. Well, if I go up here to the top and I export this, then it's going to only export this little portion right here. And so that's really cool. And so that's what I've done a few times here, and I've got these samples here. And then I had one, I didn't pitch it, I just slowed it down to 25% and everything, and that'll show that one in another preset that I made. And so yeah, and so then from here what you can do is you can just easily import the sounds. So you go here, it comes to AudioShare, and then I can pick one that I want all the way down to Strawman. And then I brought in both samples on both playheads. Here's a little tidbit: Spacecraft, you have 2 little playheads here, but if you open it up, you can see both of them, which I like to do. And some more settings I turn the envelope on, and I turned that way on both of them. I turned the envelope on, that way I can kind of control the attack and release portions over here on this side. Another beautiful thing about this app is it's got a little question mark here, so you can see, and it'll kind of tell you everything that's going on. You got the amp envelope, pitch, and everything. And so you can also pitch it inside of this app. You can turn the reverb on and all that good stuff. And so just with playing around with it, I'm not going to go because I literally fooled with this for 45 minutes to an hour, and so I'm not going to sit there and recreate this preset. But I will say that once you get things imported in, if you will go and you will save the preset, then you can see it. And I will, if you like, leave a comment and I will export this and see about putting it somewhere so that other people can download these presets that I have created. This one is also using a scatter light by Spider-Macide inside of D1. So here it is without the visual reverb as well. Then when you just put that on there, it just kind of melts them together. Sounds like sounds so much like Ocarina of Time. And so here's another one that I was just messing with today. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and do this video, and I'm going to go show this one as well. Oh no, a crash. That rarely, very, very, very rarely happens. I don't know why that happened. Alright, so I'm going to show you this one here. Once it loads up D1. And so in this one, what I've done is this is the sample that's been pitched, or no, it's been slowed down. The other one, because I haven't saved that preset yet, was the one that had I had pitched the individual sample down to. But I turned the reverb off on this, and I actually tuned this one with the tuner here, higher and lower pitch. And sometimes it can be a little finicky, and so what I have learned is if you take the spacecraft parameters here, you can go down and you can map the pitch mod X and Y. You can map it to some knobs. And so let me go ahead and do that here. See if I can learn that one. Oh, I need to select a source. Here, MIDI source. There we go. And then I'll go to parameters, pitch mod on sequence 1, learn, and then I'll learn that one. And so now I can, that's doing that as well. I don't know why that's doing that too. But now you can do some micro some more tuning on it, and it's a little more fluid with the knob. You can really just dial the sound in. And the patch here in D1, it'll come up, is just a patch that I made, SingSol. So that would definitely be something that I would recommend, is if you're sampling the world, pick up AudioStretch, because I don't think it's that expensive, and it just allows you to do that really, really quickly and easily, to be able to just sample stuff. Export between the markers if you want to, and pitch it way down and up, and that's a crazy straw sound, but once you start throwing in like some Emo Chorus and some Dubstation and a little EOS, it just sounds and that sound by itself may not be like the most fantastic sound, but then when you start adding in adds that extra element into it, and it just kind of further just sculpts the sound and makes it absolutely love. And this, the best thing about the iPad, to me, in my opinion, is just these little apps that would be, this app would be, it wouldn't be hard to use on a desktop computer, because people program synths all the time on desktops and things like that, but it's just so intuitive, and these apps are created to touch and play, and not just sit there with a mouse and click around and move things around. These are interactive, and that's the biggest thing that drew me to iOS whenever I started finding out just how intuitive and just playable these apps feel. And I don't feel like I'm sitting here at a computer just looking at a screen going blah blah blah. It's actually, I'm interacting with the software, so it's more, even though it's still completely digital, it's a screen, and it's not, but it feels just more organic, and I really like that. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any extra questions about Spacecraft, I do have some, I think I have a tutorial on Spacecraft I'll link in the description, but if you have any other questions about how everything was set up or routed or anything, then let me know in the comments below. And if you have any ideas, hey, if you have any sample ideas, I'd like to do some more of these, like taking one sound and turn it into another, kind of Andrew Wong style a little bit, kind of doing things like that. Just let me know in the comments, and I do have a Patreon and a PayPal me link down in the description if you like supporting content like this and others. And other than that, just leave a like, it really helps around here, and if you're not into that, share on your favorite social media platform, and I will talk to you guys later.